Hi all, this is Dr. J Inspection, live from
Hello.
Long Island, New York.
New York.
Muggy, hazy, hot and humid, right?
The three H's.
What was that WMC? What was the name of that channel? It had the good guy, the MCA good guy.
Oh yeah. It was six. It wasn't six. Was it 660? It was MC. It was WMCA.
Yeah, the hazy, lazy, crazy days of summer, something like that.
Yeah, that's the.
Roll out those hazy, crazy, lazy days of summer. If only summer could last all year round.
Yeah,
Happy Harrison.
Nat King Cole.
Happy Harrison.
Harry Harrison.
Harry.
And,
I don't remember them all. All right. So today I did a lot of buying. A lot of buying today. Where are all our people?
So for all the we're getting our gang showing up. So yeah, I did a little buying. Nothing like you.
I think we need to take attendance today.
Right. Except for the people who are boycotting me because I didn't list all their stocks last week.
Let me tell you, it is hot. I had to close the door because of the grandkids invading my house today. I got the windows open, and I don't know if that's any better than having them closed. So I am what's known as a sauna right now.
Yeah, it's hot out there.
So let's see if we can be quick this show and do a lot of stocks, talk a lot of stocks.
Yeah, you're back to your grandkids and talk about some of the buys we made and some of the big action.
Yeah.
As if there was. They've been promising us a lot of stuff.
My grandkids should be nicer to me. They don't know how rich I'm making them.
Yes, exactly. If they did, they'd stop knocking on the door.
They should give me candy instead of the other way around. Cabinet guy. Hi from the Green Mountain States of Vermont.
The GRTS.
Linda, thanks for the congratulations on my Amazon call. Yes. I definitely deserved it.
Yeah, one of these days I'm actually going to listen to you, Dr. J.
Did you hear the gall of me? I said I definitely deserved it.
Yeah, you did. Well, like that's a surprise coming out of you. Well, but on the other hand, you do deserve. I'll give it right here. I'll give it up because Amazon.
Shalom is a great word. You could use it for hello, for goodbye, for peace, right. Whatever you want it to be.
Just call it beneficence.
It's whatever you want it to be. Good afternoon to you, Mustafa. Mustafa, I want you to know I took a position on GR, whatever that was. Mustafa asked me to give my opinion on a stock. My opinion was buy. And Dr. J bought.
Did you really? You bought this one?
I bought the one that Mustafa asked me to check out.
Oh, okay.
I want you to know.
It was one I ignored everybody about last week.
Mustafa is a rising stock genius, only 19 years old. He's going to amass fortune by the time he's 29. I'm telling you right now.
Even before he's 30, he's going to make his first million.
Good feel. I could tell from this pic of his today. Tim already amassed his fortune. Good afternoon, Tim. Tim is related to Cabinet Guy. Right. Blood brothers. Not the blood brothers that, cut their hands and paste it together.
But brothers by blood.
They're brothers by blood. Brothers by you know that tongue twister. Now, let me ask you if you know that tongue twister. Three smart fellows, they felt smart.
Oh, I don't know that one, but I know what the mistake is if you do it wrong. Yeah, I felt smart a lot. I felt smart a lot today.
Yeah.
So, actually, you're right. I was a little remiss last week because a lot of people were INO, which actually had a fine week, but sort
The
of.
fuel cell is on fire along with plug, along with all the crazy electric vehicles. The EV market is on fire. Why did I sell my Neo at 7? It's 14 now. I bought it at 3. Thought I made a good move selling at 7. Kramer said you never do wrong taking profits.
But
sometimes you do wrong. As I proved, as I once again proved, sometimes you do go wrong.
By the end of the summer, I'd like for us to do a show that's not about any COVID plays, and then we're going to be like chock full of these fuel cell and electric cars and manufacturing plays, which would be a nice break from this whole.
I swore just the other day that I'm not going to go into any vaccine maker, and already I broke my promise. Today I went into AstraZeneca.
Oh, that's right, the vaccines. And I went into CYDY, but that one wasn't such a great idea, at least in terms of quick moves. Because they're the ones that do the antibody stuff. Because when this is all said and done, it's going to be a cocktail. It's going to be a mixture of, one of the antivirals with some steroid and with some, something else to get rid of the inflammation. Until at least a real vaccine.
Captain Kirk is thanking us for late. Yeah, we don't get tricked. Our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Do your own due diligence. Check with an investment advisor. My investment advisor is either my wife or my dog, whoever happens to be close.
Well, you just had a 10-year-old granddaughter come in. You can say which one her favorite
granddaughter.
Letters are. She may say eggs,
but she doesn't bark. My wife and dog, they bark.
That's true.
So my granddaughter does. She just smiles and calls me Pops.
Some stuff was looking for GRTS.
That's the one that's going to make you and I rich by the time you're 29.
Oh, is that the one? What do they do, these guys? We'll have to talk about
I don't know. Solid tumors.
Oh.
Tumors, DRRX and PS. Okay.
Those are new. Hey, how come nobody came up with the ones that doubled when the vaccine money came out? Not that I'm complaining or anything.
How could we not have talked about Novavax? That's
what I'm saying. Novavax. When I saw that big pop, I'm like, did we even talk about that stock? Because I don't think we did.
There's another one I think is on fire. Vaccine maker. BCRX. I bought some today. I actually added to my. I went on a crazy.
Promising. One of these days.
I bought about 10 stocks today. I went crazy. You know how I was cutting back, going cash?
Yeah, right. Cash is king.
So much for that. I can't sit with cash.
Well, you might have to at some point. Well, it depends. I mean, things were looking bad for all of the day when the stock market really tanked.
I even bought the crazy one, AYRO. I bought everything today. In and out, I bought SPXL. I'm making money on everything I touch lately. That's why I can't stay in cash.
I understand that. Then we're going to have to talk about CAPR today then.
Fly fishing. How do you go fly fishing? It's next to impossible to catch anything when you go fly fishing.
Well, you got to catch the flies first.
Well,
That's hard.
what you got to trick the fish into thinking you have real bait? I mean, come on. They're not stupid, those fish.
It's like stone soup.
Yeah, they're not. Maybe that's why I can't lose money. Bo summarized it.
Yeah, so many stocks, so little money.
Tim is jealous that there's actually somebody on the board that's 19 that's on with us.
Well,
I'll give you a hint. It's not me and it's not Spike.
yeah. And 19 is too far in the rearview mirror for me.
It's this fellow right here.
My son is turning 19.
Mustafa from Toronto, Canada, is 19, and I predict by 29 he'll be able to retire. That's what my prediction
By
is.
29. Yeah, but then what do you do? I have my summer off because I'm not teaching and I'm bored as all hell.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to do something.
He's my brother from the same mother. Is there an implication there about the father?
That some people like rhymes.
I don't know, Tim.
One of these days, I'm going to tell one of my dirty limericks. But we have to have like at least 100 people requesting it because then you have to end the show.
Tim Wong is from Texas. Jake is from Austin. You know Austin? And JD from Dallas gave me Biopath. I bought Biopath back today. Oh my goodness. How could I do that? I must be out of my mind.
Well, look, after you've decided to go back into Gurn, Gerald.
I mean, I bought at least
you don't know where you came from.
At least 10 stocks today. At least 10. So that makes it impossible for most folks.
At least we may not show the charts, but you could at least list a couple of them.
I'm saying them. Tim gave us AXDX at a very low number, maybe 12, 14.
Yeah, I made over $150 on that.
Oh wow!
But you thought I was joking. I said I put in 250.
You quit joking with your Robinhood trades. Quit kidding around. We know that you're a big trader. What are you hiding behind the mask for?
I'm hiding behind the mask. No, I mean, I wish I was lying, but
I know you have to be behind the mask. Robert and Linda, fuel cell people.
Yes, indeed. Boy, we have a lot to choose from today.
Too much.
Yeah, well, we'll cut it down. We'll cut it down to something reasonable.
Oh man! Wow!
We'll just limit it to the stocks that I'm in, so we'll be out in 5 minutes.
Wow! AEMD. Well, the problem with AEMD is it's
talk about that one for sure. That was top of my list. That one.
I texted Tim Rodell, the CEO. I said the other day, I said breaks 185. That's a key technical level, and he didn't answer. You don't want to know from that,
right?
I also asked him when is the first patient going to be treated for COVID-19 in the trial, and he didn't answer me. I also asked him to come on our show so we could take questions, and he said he'd be glad to. I got one answer. But the other answers I didn't get.
I mean, we're still, at least in terms of the technology, the technology seems good, because now this is what I was thinking, Dr. J. They were talking about big clotting problems, and that was causing some of the strokes and stuff like that. Couldn't they use this technology, do you think, to just like pull massive clots out of the blood? If they could pull tiny viri, why couldn't they pull out a big clot?
Robert likes one of our stocks. You and I think Jake is now in it.
And I know.
Co-diagnostics. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know is the one that people requested that I sort of ignored. So we have to. I sort of owe that.
I know. Inovio, Dr. Kim. I've been in and out of that one since the bird flu days.
Really?
Yeah, I almost don't feel like shouting. I'm enjoying the comments.
Well, we have to talk about these at least in some sort of way that you could list them on our title. So, I mean, at this point, we've been sort of riffing. But you'll get a couple of people.
Why don't you write down the 10 stocks that I bought today?
Let's start with that.
Is that I should?
No, actually, you shouldn't. I have so much other stuff on my list here. Like I said, starting with AMD, you don't have to chart it. But the question was, why do you think it went below that point of resistance? It looked like such a promising technology.
Because people forgot about it already. You need a catalyst. The next catalyst will send it to $10 a share.
Like another successful implementation of it.
They're gonna once they start treating it, if you get one success, another success, the 40-patient trial will come to a conclusion in 3 days.
Right.
And then it will resume to about $20 a share. Any number, pick a number. If it's successful, forget about it. If it's successful at all, if it helps get people off the ventilator and out of the hospital, forget about it.
Right. Right. Well, like I said, something with that plus something to get rid of the inflammation, we'd be cooking with gas. All right, so that's So we could put that on our list, even though we didn't chart that. The next one that people were asking for was Capra, which was that CAPR, Capricorn, or something like that.
I bought that yesterday. Does that count?
You bought Capra. You bought that
yesterday.
How'd you do so far?
Capricorn. I don't know. Probably up a few pennies.
Oh, it had a wild ride for 5 days. It started off in 460 and ended at 460 for the last 5 days. So yeah, so you probably knowing you probably picked it up at a very, very cheap price, right? Because it was down to
I added more BCRX today. Just at the close, whatever I paid, I paid.
That one we should definitely chart though when we get to it.
Pete wants to know all the stocks I bought, so what the heck?
Okay.
You want to type them in? I'll tell you what they are. You type them in.
Fine.
I bought CAPR yesterday, so let's count that.
Okay. Actually, let me get a list because I don't have any way of getting onto your thing, but we can put it on the thing.
More Jazz yesterday.
Really? You did?
Yeah. I shouldn't have.
Okay.
I bought. I don't even know all the symbols. I bought GRTS today.
That was we have to talk about that one. I never really heard of that one.
I bought AYRO in and out a few times today and yesterday.
Okay.
AYRO. I bought it. I sold it. Bought it. Finally, I have a small position in it into the close. What else? I bought 3M back.
You bought 3M.
I bought.
I've been just riding that one. I haven't really even been playing back and forth, so I've just been taking the ride.
I bought. What else did I buy?
You bought some of these RX, you said.
I bought something that sounded like Veronica, something with a V.
Something that sounded like Veronica.
I don't remember, some biotech with a V that has a PDUFA date coming up in a week. something or other. And what else?
Vertex Pharmaceuticals, is that what it was?
No, I didn't buy that. I bought AZN, AstraZeneca.
AstraZeneca, right?
I bought, oh, come on. I know there were at least 10 that I bought.
Did you say that you bought some BCRX again? I'm just going to ask.
Yes, I bought BCRX at the close.
You went back in over 5, huh?
Well, no, I've been in. I just added.
No, but it was down. It was down as low as 4 at some point. Nice bargain.
I bought some then too. I've been buying it.
Somebody's got money.
What else? I don't like to buy.
You're up to 7, so
I don't like to buy a lot at one time. You know what I mean? I like to nibble.
But you get into this buying spree, and then you just go nuts.
I do go nuts. It's because I'm slightly nuts. And I feel like Bo said, everything's going up, so why not be in it?
Oh boy, you're probably right. Me, I'm still being pessimistic. So every time I have free money, I buy more VIX. But that's just Professor Spike and his usual.
Even today, I mentioned a bunch of stuff that I can't even remember. So let's chart a few things anyway.
Okay. All right. Why don't we start with
Amazon, by the way, is going to split either 10
Which one?
for 1.
Who's
Amazon?
this? Oh, Amazon's going to split.
Either 10 for 1, 30
maybe I can
for 1,
share.
or 300 or 100 for 1. Now 100 to 1 would put it at 30. 30 to 1 would put it at 100.
That's close to big sheet numbers for when it goes back to new value.
300. So I asked Jeff which of the 3 numbers is he leaning towards, and he said probably 30 to 1. So it'll be $100 stock.
Okay.
$100 stock. That'll make it much more attractive
to me being able to afford it.
It's going to split.
Now
Jeff
when
told me,
these things split, do they do anything?
Jeff Bezos told me not to say a word to anybody, so don't spread it around.
More likely his ex-wife was talking to you, not Jeff himself.
Don't spread it around. He was favoring the 10 to 1, but I talked him into doing the 30 to 1. If you're going to split it already, go to 100, not 300.
Yeah, but you don't want to put yourself into pink sheet territory if you split too much.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
So yeah, so
you don't want to cheapen it too much.
Right.
All right. So I also bought SPXL today.
SPX. What are they doing?
SPXL is 3 times the spiders.
Oh, okay. Wow, somebody's getting bullish.
Yeah, I'm very bullish. I figured this looked like a good spot for a 3-day winning streak. So I paid like 43, I forget what. And I'm looking for 49. SPXL, not you. You is bearish.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 magnificent answer explained what it is. But the thing is about that is you can't stay in too long, you get killed. So as long as it's going with you, you could stay in. Otherwise, you have to abort the mission, so to speak.
So it's a leverage play without playing the.
So I'm very bullish EV, electric vehicles. Very bullish fuel cell, plug. Very Tesla, Neo, Nikola. Very bullish anything that goes by electric.
Right.
Anything.
Well, if they ever sell
Very
that.
bad airlines, more the cruise,
Now,
very
what do you think
bearish
about
the
Boeing
cruise
aircraft?
ship. But
Am I losing you, or do you lose?
you're breaking up a little.
That's one of us. All right,
Yeah,
so
I can't hear you.
well, that's because I'm mumbling. I should stop doing that.
Athens, we got to talk. We got to look at the charts for Athens and CVM because it's expected.
Yeah, pull Pete's comment down
You
before
know,
you start
even if
running.
we
All right.
pull Pete's comment,
Yeah, because that last comment is
I
still up on
don't
the
know
board.
where it is.
Yeah, you got to pull it down so that we have
Otherwise,
all.
it's there. Got it. Otherwise, it stays on the screen, huh?
Right.
I can't get it off.
There you go. You got it.
I don't know
Done.
why.
You just got it off. You're in good shape.
It's done?
Yes, you did it. You did it.
By me, it's not happening. I get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think we lost you, Dr. J. All right, so at some point he's going to be setting up one of his charts. So it was a little bit, we were talking past each other a little bit, so let's just get through some of what he was talking about in terms of the big stuff that he was buying, right? He was buying Capricorn, Jazz, and again, maybe one of you guys knows a little bit more about this GTRS. I saw it mentioned a couple times on the feed on the side. There we go.
Am I back yet?
So if anybody has anything to say about that, that would be nice. And let's see, AYRO, which is a new one. We hadn't really discussed that one before. Obviously, 3M we've discussed. We really didn't discuss AstraZeneca. ALY, a penny stock for EV. Okay. That's it, but his was AYRO. That's what he was doing, and then his usual, his X, because things look like they're turning around. That BCRX might actually start having that promise that it was going to. Yeah, actually, Confucia. Thank you very much. What do we have? Writing these into the first 2 weeks. Actually, Confucia has a bunch of his own nice ideas that are worth looking at. I don't know what CRBP is either. There's a lot of new names in here that we haven't seen, so they might be worth talking about as soon as Dr. J gets back online. All right, Vibe Vosa. So what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for Dr. J to get back online is I'm going to, at least at my other computer, take a look at some of these guys just so we can have some form of discussion about this. Dr. J's there.
I am?
We can hear him. Yes, we can hear you now, Dr. J.
Yeah, it's because I gave up on charting.
Sean wants me to try. Like I actually know what I'm talking about.
Charting is not a cost.
I'm sorry.
My internet is very unstable, so no charting for tonight.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to chat instead of chart. Get rid of the R and the word chart.
I'll just share with everybody all my ideas. Here's my idea about 3M. You want to talk 3M a little bit? My
That's as good as
3M is that they're fully shit about the May report. They want to bring expectations down, and they're going to blow out the numbers in their next earnings report, and the stock is going to go to 180. In other words, I'm not a believer in what they have to say.
Now, a lot of people were talking about the fact that 3M was sort of tied to Boeing in some way. It was GE. I'm sorry. 3M is on its own. 3M. I'm still very happy with 3M in terms of its business model.
I got in originally. I've been in and out a lot for gains, but
Right.
most of when I sold at 160, I'm starting to get back in at 154.
So, are you playing a channel, or are you now going to wait for the big hit? Now, are you in? Are you in for?
I'm in for earnings.
You're in for earnings. Okay, good. Yeah, a lot of
I tell you, Walmart will kill them on earnings. I told you that.
Yeah. Well, Walmart's another one of those ones that you promised everybody, and then they talk about.
This doggone right hand, I can't lean on it. I can't do anything with it. I'm just going to chop it off. So anyway.
The right hand?
Yeah, the doggone right hand. I put it up here. It starts going like that a million times, you know. So anyway.
I mean, I take the left more than the right.
Walmart will weigh earnings, and so will 3M. I don't care how much they deny it. It's going to still blow out earnings. Lake is going to blow out earnings.
Like so is AP, and so will Codex, in my opinion. But then again, my opinion is just that. And you know what they say about opinion? Again, family show.
Yeah.
Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about GTRS? We never talked about that one. GTRS. What is this? Yes. Oh, I even wrote it down wrong. I ended up buying the wrong stock.
They have data coming out, I think now, after the close today.
What do they do?
You could look it up. You could look it up and see if the data was any good. It should be out now, I guess. Phase 1 data, which I just assume is going to be good.
Is it another COVID play?
No, I think it's just a cancer play.
Lyra Therapeutics.
I really have time to look at the fundamentals.
Wow, it's a weird daily chart.
The chart looked very safe to me because under 6, I'm out. And I got in, not much above it.
Well, so 6 months ago was 15, so it might be a bargain.
I put it to you this way, very little downside, a lot of upside. So I figure I got nothing to lose. Except money.
Okay, let me see.
Except money.
Well, yeah. That.
Yeah.
About a year ago it was 12, so it must have hit some bad times for whatever reason.
The stock was in out of and back in today, AYRO. How did that close, by the way?
I'll tell you in a sec. I just wanted to finish off GRTX. Avasopassum manganese for chronic kidney disease in patients receiving cisplatin. All right. Well, that's a bit of a specific play, but at least it's not a COVID, so it's nice to talk about. And you're right.
Weren't they due for a data readout today?
I'll tell you in a sec because it's not in there. Earnings date. It says May.
No, data. No?
Oh, earnings. The earnings date is for data. No, they're not mentioning any of that.
Are you sure you got the right symbol? I don't know.
Something like GRTX.
Yeah, GRTX.
GRTS. You see, I keep spelling wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, gang. GRTS. Which is not showing up.
Okay, forget that.
All right.
Let's talk about Walmart. I want to brag a little bit.
Exactly. Again, one of these things where it's like, well, Walmart's languishing. It's not really doing anything, and then pop. So you had
Pop,
to be in it to win it.
pop. I like when they pop. Walmart's going to pop to new highs in the next quarter. Pop, with or without COVID, it's going to be good.
Well, I guess
Walmart.
it's following on the heels. It's the poor man's Amazon.
I guess they might actually give Amazon a run for the money. Sammy wants to know if anyone's in AIM. I was probably in it at one time.
I finally found it. The stock you were talking about before was called Gritstone Oncology.
That's it.
Gritstone Oncology, GRTS. Yeah. So think about gratis for free. And okay, so that one actually was $7 6 months ago, and now it's around 6 and change. Had a little pop to $6.29 because it was let's see, for the last month. Yeah, okay. It's actually down a little bit off of a month ago.
Is it data today, or am I dreaming?
Well, again, this one also says that the earnings date is. Oh, you're talking about data. Gritstone Oncology to present clinical data on July 13th. So soon.
Oh, next week.
Yeah.
Here's Confucius' list. Confucius is a pretty good handicapper. Of course, his opinion.
He gives the whole list over here.
Confucius' opinions are strictly his own and do not constitute investment advice.
He's got a lot of the things that are in yours. Let's talk about this AYRO, because that's another one that both of you have. Is this because you've been colluding behind my back? Or is this
AYRO it ran from 15 cents 3 months ago to $8 on Thursday, on Tuesday. So from 15 cents to $8. I bought it at $5.75, sold it at 7 and change, and then I sold it at $6.80. Back in at 6 1/4. I have no idea where it closed.
It closed at 6.20.
6.20.
At the beginning of the week, 80 cents.
I'm back in on half a position.
Well, this is another one of those things. Why didn't anybody tell us this one a week ago?
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's okay. I'm not much. I probably wouldn't have listened anyway. What? Just like Dr. J and Walmart, and Dr. J and Amazon, and Dr. J. Dr. J.
I may have the right horse in the race for the vaccine. I like AZN, so I bought.
You like AstraZeneca? But AstraZeneca didn't get any of that big money. Didn't the government just give out a bunch of big money yesterday or Monday?
That was to Novavax got the money.
Novavax and a couple other companies got big money. None of ours.
Novavax got $1 billion, I think.
Yeah, which was big for them.
Yeah,
there was another company that it practically doubled their market share. Jake will probably have more information about that on Friday.
I think there's 10 companies that are seriously in the race. AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Merck, Johnson & Johnson. What are the big ones? Sanofi is in it.
Sanofi, right? Sanofi is the one that presumably the people in the government have stock in. So that's probably the one that's going to get the money. But that's just the rule.
Moderna, Inovio, Novavax.
Oh, Inovio, right? That was the other one that we discussed. Like again, we keep that Inovio keeps mentioning, keeps rearing its ugly head.
VIV. Is Glaxo doing anything? I don't know.
I see the name there.
GlaxoSmithKline doing anything? I don't know. There's enough of them.
I didn't
least
see them in
10.
terms of vaccines, but I did see them in some treatment. What
Now,
was
the
the other one?
problem with the smaller ones is that when they go to like zero, they implode. So if Novavax is not a winner, they're going to go from 100 and something to single digits.
But they do that. They
I
do
shouldn't
get to
say
keep,
that.
you know, what
I
happens
shouldn't
is
say that. They have a,
they get paid to do this, and they get to keep the money even if they stink. So
no. They have the money is to make dosages of the vaccine.
right.
It's
Oh, so
it's
you're saying that?
earmarked.
Okay, fine. So you don't get. They don't really get to keep the money. They have to spend
No.
it.
Eyes of Money has a penny stock with EV.
Yeah, VBIV. What
EV,
is that?
EV is interesting.
Oh, EV.
Anything
I thought he was also on BVIV.
EV and ET are both very interesting. Space
Oh,
and
movie.
electric vehicles.
He was a good movie.
Every night at 4 p.m., I hear the flying saucers land in my backyard. 4 a.m. in morning, 4 in the middle of the night, they come. And then they make a lot of noise landing and no noise taking off. I'm scared to look out the window.
Now, Eaton Vance looks like that's the EV. What are they? A retailer? They have an 11 PE
J
ratio, which is, and they're going to
and
show earnings
J,
August.
Clarence says you can't trust J&J. I guess that's because of the talcum.
Because the
Anybody
talcum
who
powder
puts,
that had a lot of asbestos in it.
if you put asbestos in your talcum powder, like,
And then you
whatever,
write the word baby on the label. That's bad practice.
give me a break. Give me a break.
Well, I mean, did they really? Well, they did know. That was the problem. They did know that wherever they were getting their talcum also had asbestos. Oh, it's a white
Yeah,
powder. Well,
yeah,
VBIV, I'm looking at VBIV. It made a nice run in the last 6 months.
yeah, it did. Novio made a tremendous.
And Inovio, let's finally talk about Inovio for at least a minute.
There's so much of this. Didn't who puts out Tylenol? Didn't they also have a tainted product? I forget who puts out Tylenol.
That was
They're all
yeah,
implicated.
you know, but they gave it free to the hospitals, and all is forgiven.
Yeah,
And they blamed it on the packaging.
yeah.
So, are you going to talk about it in Inovio at least for a second?
Inovio is Dr. Kim. I remember when he was a young man taking over the helm right out of University of Pennsylvania. Now he's old like me. Not quite, but he's a dreamer. The CEO is a dreamer, but he's got this company poised to be a contender in the race for COVID-19 vaccine. So they're up there. They're up there with protein DNA-based vaccine. They may turn out to be the winner. Don't rule them out. Dr. Kim. People laugh at Dr. Kim, but they're not going to laugh no more if he comes out the winner.
Well, that's another one that took a run. That was $3 6 months ago, and now it's $23.
Yeah.
Wow. But you know, it also had let's see, it was supposed to have had some interesting news in the last 2 weeks or so. But
Yeah, well,
just now.
according to Rob, the Department of Defense ordered 70 million of ayro vaccine delivery units. So,
Really?
you know, yeah, look, they're funding Novavax, they're funding ayro. Why not?
Well, like I said, it's
They're serious contenders.
They're spreading the seed and see what grows. All right. So we talked about AstraZeneca. Now we have to talk a little bit about BCRX.
Yeah,
At
well,
least
we need Jake. Jake could talk for about an hour on VCRX.
it's true. That is
Well,
true.
Godfather Frazier could talk about 2 hours.
But yeah,
All,
that's right.
all I know is the price action did what I thought it would do, go down to about 450 and bounce. Held 450. So I like the price action. The stock is in play. So I'm happy from a technical
Yeah,
point of
it
view.
went above 6 for at least a little while during the month. And it's settling in at 5.3. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. You're right. Maybe the days are over where it goes below 5. But I, anyway, I'm hoping that whatever these products are, that they actually start taking off. Maybe we have to
Did
wait for earnings.
I mention that I bought Biopath today?
No, you did not.
Oh, I did
What,
not.
what symbol is that?
BPTH. I didn't
Oh,
buy much. I bought it near the close. I think I paid $5. What I pay? 507? I don't know, something like that. The stock
okay. You had mentioned
is
this one before.
that's the one I ran from 4th, and then I bought more at 8, more at 12, and I sold it in the 30s. It ran to 78. I sold
Uh-huh.
a little in the 30s, a little in the 20s.
And so now
I
it's
think
$5.
I'll sell this batch in the 70s. I have no idea why I think that, but
The 70s?
why
He's
not?
talking.
Dr. J,
Yeah, you're talking about a stock that was seven
let me
dollars
put
and
in,
75
let me put
cents
in
ago.
a disclaimer on Biopath. I know absolutely nothing about it. I got a call in to Doug, who's somebody that I've spoken to in previous occasions from the company, co-founder. He did not call me back. I don't know why he didn't call me back, and I don't know why I think it's good. Just a gut feeling.
Well, it had been $600 within the last 5 years,
Yeah.
so it's like your typical um, bio play.
Now,
You know,
Confucia is,
it's like catch lightning.
I don't know if he's talking about my position in Biopath, but it's applicable. I mean, I'm pumping the stock in effect. I am pumping it, but believe me, I couldn't care less if it goes up or down the small amount that I bought.
Uh-huh.
And there's no PR because Dr. J is playing a hunch. A hunch. Did you ever play a hunch?
I always
There's
play
been
hunch.
no news. There's been no news on this one for a long time. I'm just taking a small position.
Gotcha. Just a maybe you had a dream.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I know sometimes when I
Not
have
a
dreams and you gotta.
not a dream. It was more like indigestion.
Unluckily for me, I didn't have a dream that said WMT, WMT. I didn't have that dream.
Confucius was accusing me of pumping Biopath. He was talking about BCRX, last pump. And look at this. Confucia likes my gut feeling, man.
Yeah, see, I could see that.
Confucia goes with me on Biopath. Holy mackerel.
Well,
Confucia,
and he doesn't. He
well,
doesn't like.
I hope you have a better reason for being it than me.
Yeah, right. He's dying for some justification. It's hard to say it was just because of a dream.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were a couple of others that we needed to talk about at some point. We
I
already
do
talked about
too.
Lake and APT. Oh,
Lake is a
the hell site.
$30
What is
stock,
that?
so 25. I've been saying it all along. Lake was an $18 stock selling for $30 stock selling for 18.
No, it's
Then
a
it
$22 stock.
it's probably a $40 stock selling for 25, but I want to be conservative. I'll say it's a $30 stock selling for 25.
And APT is having a tougher road. It's not, I mean, it's probably going to have the same behavior, but I guess because of the PE ratio.
I think
because they already have a pretty low PE ratio.
Yeah. Well, I also like Lake because they were founded in Ronkonkoma, Long Island, New York.
Ronkonkoma,
And
yeah.
they still have a factory in Ronkonkoma.
Okay.
And
That's a good one.
Now they're out in Dakota, Alabama.
They're Alabama bound?
They're out in Bama. I called them up. I wanted to talk to the CEO. So the girl gets on with the heavy Southern accent. I didn't understand a word she said. I swear, it's like a different language.
Understood me though. So you tell them about matzahs and they goes, that anything like mozzarella?
Today was a fun day. I'm sorry I couldn't chart because you want me to try one more time and to chart one thing?
No, because then if it knocks you out, it's not worth it. And we're sort of heading towards the tail end anyway. So this will be a non-charting day. But I did want to talk about. You got to talk about your two favorites, your CVM and your athx. You have to at least talk about them.
CVM, I see no reason to change my mind. It's an even money play, and we're getting 5-1, 8-1. That's why I'm in it to win it. Now I'm not hedging. Now mathematically, if it's really even money, and you're getting 5-1, there's plenty of room to hedge. But I don't care. I'm not hedging.
Okay. Well, this one is not done. It's done exactly what you said. It's just stayed in its range, and it's been staying in its range. But it did go to the low end of the range within the last week. It went below 13. I mean, I know for a lot of people
that doesn't go below 10. That would upset me. And even then, what would I do about it? Probably buy more.
That's what I would do. I mean, at this point. I mean, I'm tempted even 14 to buy more.
Athx, we're in a wait state, waiting on bottom.
We took that big hit, and now we've been above 250 for the time. Which
I'm
is
in a
good
wait
news.
state. Athx, I'm waiting. CVM, I'm waiting. Two of my biggest positions, I'm waiting. Amazon might be my biggest position now.
Well, sure. Time for some rebalancing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, right. My biggest position used to be until I used to have a big position until
Amazon went to 3,000 quicker than I thought it would.
Right.
I thought it might take till the end of the year. I said 34,000 Dow, but that ain't happening by the end of the year, I don't think.
Well, but meanwhile, the Qs are doing instead. The Nasdaq has been doing nuts.
I think the Qs are going to continue to do well. I think everything's going to continue the way it is. Amazon will continue to do well, and Walmart will do well. I think 3M will do well. Lake will do well. APT will do well. The winner of the vaccine race, or the winners of the vaccine race, will do very well. The losers will implode. The antiviral stocks, the winners will do well. The losers will implode. The same thing. I don't know. Most there's going to be implosions in biotech when this thing is resolved. even Lake and APT will implode at some point, but it's going higher in the meanwhile. AEMDI, well, technically it's not good.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Below 185. But I'm not worried. I'm just going to buy more. If it drops to 150, 135, 140, I'm going to be adding. So there we go. Did we wrap it up?
For a lot. I mean, it's going to be hard to write the title because we've been jamming a bit. But you know, we did cover everything that we wanted to talk about without actually looking specifically at charts. But maybe the charts really aren't going to say anything this week anyway. I mean, I was just sort of waiting for news to move some of these guys, but either there wasn't news or there wasn't movement. So, I mean, because we were all talking about the people from Brazil going to try to talk up BCRX, and that didn't really happen. That was a nothing burger, right? So so this was one of those weeks where it's just sort of pick your poison and then sit and wait. Maybe by Friday, you and Jake will have a much more interesting stuff to talk about.
This is a perfect opportunity to end the show. We have Lucy Liu to greet us.
you gotta end on that picture.
Yeah, gotta end on a good note. Adios, amigos. Yes, Shalom, Rovar, Rudechi, Sayonara. Hasta la próxima. Hasta mañana. Hasta luego. Hasta something, lunes. I don't know.
Hasta the
pasta. What's Friday? Hasta pasta. Ciao. Arrivederci. Bye-bye.